Yeah, I'll react to that, sure.
So what news have you got then, James, this week?
Well, actually, I've got some news from Korea.
You can't tell, can you, that Top Gear's just been sold in Korea?
No, no.
Well, I don't think there's any evidence. I think we're smoothing this one out nicely.
It's not showing.
Hello, you industrious little fellows.
That's got him on side. Well done. It's not like we've ever upset anyone.
I know. Well, there was the vicar whose trio rammed in the Toyota pickup truck.
Yeah,
and everyone in Wales, and everyone in Birmingham, and everyone in America. Yep. Now, it's unlikely to be here because everyone does 5. It's not going to be here because everyone's on drugs. It's unlikely to be here because everyone does 5. It's not going to be here because everyone's on drugs. That's all just full of ox. Al Gore says that's gone, so it's not going to be down there. That's full of spiders. Signposts here are all full of gibberish. They're all communists. Can't go there because the Americans will shoot you.
No! No,
What?
thank you. All right.
Sadly, though, this was also too much for the US government.
I just wanted to make sure that you guys are doing the documentary.
Oh, it is a documentary. It's not like a fooling.
I saw this. I've seen very, very few full Top Gear episodes, like before I started watching stuff. And this was one of the few ones I saw. This one and the Alabama one. So I actually saw this episode. They're like driving to the salt flats in Utah or something.
Around show, no, it's a serious show.
Jeremy's sincerity wasn't convincing, and his hand gestures didn't help either.
Shut up, you goddamn Frenchy, cheese-eating surrender monkey.
Yep.
So if you're watching this in Saudi Arabia... Frenchy, cheese-eating surrender monkey.
Surrender monkey. Cheese eating. Oh God, Julia.
Yep.
So if you're watching this in Saudi Arabia... time to break out your camel.
It's back to carpets for you.
I had to fix my camera. Back 5 seconds.
Arabia? Time to break out your camel.
It's back to carpets for you.
Because I owned a motorbike after that, Jeremy.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, a Motor Guzzi.
I didn't know you were homosexual.
Yes, absolutely. Most of my songs are about you.
Can I just say,
What?
you look like a gay cowboy and you look like a gay terrorist.
No, you look like a terrorist with a broken windscreen wiper and your face is ridiculous. We should do a car that's quintessentially German.
Well, just replace the spoons with little sausages in
No,
clips.
no. Give it trafficators that go like that. A sat-nav that only goes to Poland. What? I'm fine. That only goes to Poland. A sat-nav that only goes to Poland. What? I'm fine. The fan belts have been lost for 1,000 years.
No, I don't think so.
I just thought it would be nice for them to arrive back in the country the way their ancestors left.
There's a pleasing circularity to this.
Exactly.
That is thoughtful. Why would you want a Mexican car? Because cars reflect national characteristics, don't they? So German cars are sort of very well built and ruthlessly efficient. Italian cars are a bit flamboyant and quick. Mexican cars just going to be a lazy, feckless, flatulent open. Leaning against a fence asleep, looking at a cactus with a blanket with a hole in the middle on as a coat.
It's interesting because they can't do food, the Mexicans, can they? Because it's all like sick with cheese on it. I mean,
Refried sick.
I know it's all jokes and stuff. I really like Mexican food. I really like Mexican food. The one pausing during a joke. Jesus, I'm sorry.
it's interesting because they can't do food, the Mexicans, can they? Because it's all like sick with cheese on it. I mean,
Refried sick.
yeah, refried sick.
I'm sorry, but just imagine waking up and remembering you're Mexican.
It'd be brilliant. It'd be brilliant. funny because you could just go straight back to sleep again. Oh, I'm a Mexican. I'm a Mexican.
All I'm going to do all day.
That's why we're not going to get any complaints about this, because the Mexican embassy, the ambassador's going to be sitting there with a remote control like this. They won't complain. Because this is a hard job, and I'm not just saying this to win favour with lorry drivers. It's a hard job. Change gear, change gear, change gear, check your mirrors, murder a prostitute, change gear, murder, check your... That's a lot of effort in a day. That is...
That's a crazy... Look at, like, the suspension on the, Isn't that suspension? On the seat.
Prostitute, change gear, murder, check your... That's a lot of effort in a day. That is a proud moment. But there's a slope on it.
You're right. It's definitely higher on that side.
If you're thinking of coming to America, this is what it's like. You got your...
Side.
If you're thinking of coming to America, this is what it's like. You got your Comfort Inn, you got your Best Western, you got your Red Lobster where you eat. Everybody's very fat, everybody's very stupid, and everybody's very rude. It's not the holiday programme, it's the truth. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Any squeals, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Tallest race on earth now, the Dutch. Officially.
I thought it was like some like Balkan country now. It used to be the Dutch. I think it's like like Montenegro or something. Serbia.
Mind you, they do take a lot of drugs. That's why they like Top Gear so much.
The flattest country I've ever been to.
Bentley is owned by VW.
Yeah.
That car was styled by a Belgian, and it was engineered by a man called Ulrich Eichhorn. Doesn't sound very British.
Are you presenting Top Gear, or are you writing a letter to the Daily Telegraph?
Well, I'm just saying that you know immediately that that car is German because it's got too much.
That is a British inside joke about a British newspaper. Please explain.
To the Daily Telegraph.
Well, I'm just saying that you know immediately that that car is German because it's got too much power. They've overdone it, as usual, like they did on their French holiday in 1939.
James, the Queen is German, but
Yes.
you don't sing Deutschland, Deutschland, über alles every time she comes on the television, do you?
Well, I do, actually.
Yeah, he does.
They've nicked our airports, they've nicked all our fish, they've nicked all our building societies, they eat the heads off prawns, they throw donkeys off tower blocks, and they stab cows.
So that's Spanish.
That is the Spanish.
Oh, I didn't even know they were
Anybody from
talking about
Spain here?
Sorry.
Give me my fish back.
Cod War.
I changed from first to third on my pre-selection gearbox, which means technically I short shifted.
Anyone know how to drive with the stick? You know, like where you have to change gears. My dad, I think, like knows how, and my dad's left-handed, and I guess it's more difficult to learn stick when you're left-handed because it's on the right side. Or for you guys, I guess if you're right-handed. But like, do you guys know how to drive the car, like where you got a first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, fourth gear, third gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, getting on the highway, fifth gear, sixth gear, fourth gear, third gear. Because whenever I do that, it's okay, first gear. Okay, go second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, and it sounds like it broke.
When I say short, I don't mean that. I'm not being rude.
You keep saying short.
No, I meant I short shifted. I didn't. I wasn't being clever.
Left turn coming up in a hairpin.
You're just telling me things you can see out the window now. You've got a cushion.
Meanwhile, back in PC world...
I didn't mean Jeremy's car was rubbish because it's a midget. I just meant that's what it is. It's an MG midget. I'm sorry.
Honestly, things I'd rather do than drive one of those include presenting next week's show while gently cupping James's scrotum.
And we're off the air in Korea.
Yeah, goodbye, industrious little fellows.
Oh, give me a minute. I'm going to have trouble shifting that vision now.
Anyway,
You're going to have trouble
we've
shifting.
also been...
Great. Yeah, as always. I
Have
was going to ask
standards and
something. Oh, yeah, I said this before. No, I was watching Aspen.
So what news have
Is that, and I've said this a few times, how they're such complementary personalities. And what I love about them in that aspect is that, like in the show, like when they cut from one person doing their thing to like James to Hammond to Jeremy, and like they're not all similarly funny. They're funny in their own ways, which means it's entertaining to like see each of them get pissed off in their own different way, or like laugh or prank in their own way. And I forget the reason why they got kicked off or they got fired. Something like Jeremy didn't want to do or something. But I don't think they realize. I don't think most people watch Top Gear because of the cars. I think it's because of these guys and the cars. But man, they're such a great trio. Love y'all. See you next time. Chin up. Look at me. If you're doing bad, you will be good soon. Don't worry. Emotions are fickle. Subject, they can change a lot. If you're a bipolar, insane psychopath like myself. Bye, guys.